Good morning, dear students, and welcome to today's session. In this particular session, we are going to begin with our discussion of the story A Horse and Two Goats, which is written by R.K. Narayan. So, since the story is titled as A Horse and Two Goats, I have put here the image of a horse and two goats, and at the same time you can see some images above the title as well. Now these are the images of the major characters in the story. The first major character or the protagonist of the story is Munni, who is an illiterate South Indian villager, and he has the knowledge of Tamil only. The second important character, a feminine character, is the wife of Munni, and the third character is a businessman from New York who visits India. Whereas the fourth image, the most important one, is the image of the author R.K. Narayan. So before we begin with the discussion of the story, let us try to understand or know about the author and we will also have a brief introduction to the story, and then we are also going to discuss the setting of the story in this particular video. So first let us try to learn about the author R.K. Narayan from 1906 to 2001. So here is the image of R.K. Narayan as well. Now R.K. Narayan, whose full name is Rasipuram Krishnaswamy Narayan, was born in Chennai on October 10, 1906. His father was a school headmaster, and being a school headmaster, he used to get frequently transferred from one place to another. Therefore, R.K. Narayan as a child, he has spent a part of his childhood under the care of his maternal grandmother in Madras. He moved to Mysore when his father was transferred to the Maharaja's College High School. After completing his schooling, he graduated from Maharaja's College, Mysore, and then he got married to a girl named Rajam in the year 1934. After his marriage, he became a reporter for Madras-based newspaper called The Justice. But he was very passionate for writing, and thus he sent his manuscript of Swami and Friends to a friend in Oxford. Now this was his first novel, Swami and Friends, and he sent the manuscript of Swami and Friends to a friend who was in Oxford. Now with the help of Graham Greene, his first novel was finally published in 1935. R.K. Narayan was a leading author of early Indian writing in English, along with Mulk Raj Anand and Raja Rao, who were also notable Indian writers in English. R.K. Narayan was a famous Indian writer who is best remembered for his stories set in the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi. Now you must remember that Malgudi is a fictional creation of R.K. Narayan. There is no such place, Malgudi, existing. It was the imaginative creation of R.K. Narayan. So he is best remembered for his stories which are set in the fictional South Indian town of Malgudi. His style of writing is simple, easy and unpretentious, and his stories explore with humor and compassion in the everyday lives of ordinary people. So in his stories, you will find that there is humor, there is compassion, which is very much reflected in the lives of ordinary people. And his stories are also very simple, very easy. He did not used to make use of any complexities of languages in his story, which makes the stories rather difficult for the readers to understand. But R.K. Narayan's stories were very simple and easy. Now, his notable works. As said before, his first novel was Swami and Friends, and this particular novel was published in the year 1935, and it focused on the plight of students, punishments meted out to them, and the associated shame. There is also a TV series under the heading of Swami and Friends. They have been also been telecasted. So this particular novel deals with the plight of students, punishments meted out to the students, and the associated shame that these punishments bring to the students. His second novel was Bachelor of Arts, which brought out the theme of horoscope matching in Hindu marriages. Now in Hindu marriage, there is a custom that before the marriage is finalized, the horoscope of the bride and the bridegrooms are matched with each other. Only if the horoscope is matching, then their marriage is finalized. So this particular story, Bachelor of Arts, it brings out the theme of horoscope matching in Hindu marriage. His first collection of short stories, Malgudi Days, was published in the year 1942. The English Teacher, which is another collection of short stories, was published in the year 1945, and it was partly autobiographical because this particular story was inspired by the death of his beloved wife Rajam in the year 1939, and this novel focused on a teacher's struggle to cope with the death of his wife. He also published several other works like The Financial Expert, which was his first work to be published in the US, My Dateless Diary, The Man-Eater of Malgudi, A Tiger for Malgudi, Talkative Man, and many others. One of his famous novels, titled as The Guide, won him the Sahitya Akademi Awards in the year 1958. It was in the year 1970 that he published a collection of short stories titled as A Horse and Two Goats and Other Stories. And the story that we have at hand, the story that we are going to discuss, which is in our syllabus, is an edited version of this particular story, that is A Horse and Two Goats and Other Stories. The final book that he published was Grandmother's Tale, which is based on the life of his own grandmother, and on 13th May 2001 he died in Chennai at the age of 94. So this is all about the author R.K. Narayan. And now let us try to understand what the story is basically about. The story A Horse and Two Goats. Now this particular story which is at hand is an edited version of R.K. Narayan's short story A Horse and Two Goats. It is set in one of the tiniest villages in India named as Kritam. The story is set in one of the tiniest villages in India named as Kritam. And when we look at the title of the story, A Horse and Two Goats, it seems that the title is suggestive of the fact that the story is about a horse and two goats. But actually in the story, the author describes of what happens when an English-speaking American meets an illiterate South Indian villager who knows only Tamil and has never stepped outside his village. So, what situation would be created when an English-speaking American meets, a foreigner meets with an illiterate South Indian villager? And this illiterate South Indian villager, he knows only Tamil and he is unaware, ignorant of the modern developments because he has never stepped out of his village. In fact, the main part of the story is presented to the readers in the form of a comic and humorous dialogue between Munni, who is that ignorant villager, and the English-speaking businessman from New York. Okay. So the main part of the story is presented to the readers in a comic and humorous dialogue that takes place between Munni, a Tamil-speaking poor villager, and an English-speaking businessman from New York. Now the two men, they try to communicate with each other, but they are unable to communicate with each other because they lack the knowledge of others' language and culture. Munni knows only Tamil. He does not know the language of the foreigner, whereas the foreigner, who is from New York, he knows only English and he is completely ignorant about Munni's language and his culture. So therefore, that brings out a troubled communication between these two characters. Now it is with their troubled communication that the author tries to explore, tries to bring out the conflict between the rich and the poor, as well as between Indian and Western culture. Thus, by using the simplest of setting, the author has crafted a very sensitive yet amusing story. And this story is rich in situational comedy. Situational comedy means those situations which brings out comic humor. So this situational comedy allows the readers to laugh gently at the characters and their situation. Now before we go on to begin with the storyline, we must try to understand the setting of the story. You see, before you there is the image of a village in some remote part of rural India. Now we need to understand that most of the works of R.K. Narayan are set in Malgudi, which is a fictitious town in India, but this particular story, that is A Horse and Two Goats, is set in and around a small village, Kritam, which is probably the tiniest of India's 700 villages. It is a village that consists of fewer than 30 houses. When you read the story, you'll get to know that the village Kritam, which in Tamil means coronation, is the tiniest of India's 700 villages, and it consists of only 30 houses. And out of these 30 houses, all 30 houses are made of mud and bamboo and thatched roof, but there is only one house which is built from brick and cement, and that was probably the house of the landlord, which the people used to call the big house. Now the story is set in rural surrounding, and this rural surrounding allows the readers to perceive rural life and its ways. We get to know about rural life and the ways of people in rural India. There are total of 4 streets in the village. The story is set in Kritam village, and in that particular village there are total of 4 streets with a shop for foodstuff and other items in the 3rd street. The rest of the story is set on the outskirts of the village where Munni takes his goats to graze. So every day Munni used to take his goats to graze in the outskirts of the village. So that rest of the story takes place in the outskirts of that particular village. The main part of the story takes place on the edge of the village where Munni sits on the pedestal of the horse statue. So this is all about the setting of the story. Now in the next video, we'll be discussing the story in brief. Thank you for watching and stay blessed.